How's it going, boys? Welcome to another episode. We ended off the previous episode after finally accomplishing 60 in all stats. Man, that was a challenge. But now, it was time to refocus our sights on something we've kind of more or less been steering away from. That is taking down more of the big baddies this game has to offer. Now, don't get me wrong, we've taken down some pretty heavy hitters already. We've killed Calvarian, Artio, a Dagonoth Rex, the Barrows brothers, and even Jad. However, we still had an enormous list of bosses left to vanquish. I mean, we quite literally haven't even scratched the surface of big baddies that we have left to defeat. So I decided I was going to make it my next mission and goal to take down as many bosses in this game as physically possible. Especially considering my levels and stats right now, they're only in the 60s for melee and mid 70s for range and mage. So I was essentially a perfect example of a mid-level account. Now with that in mind, I'm definitely not scared of dying, and I have no fear of trying to take on content while it's still incredibly challenging due to level constraints. So it was time. It was time for us to boss up and kill some baddies. So up until this point, I have killed both of the lower leveled wilderness bosses, both Artio and Calvarian. However, there's one I have avoided doing for quite a while. And honestly, it's due to the fact that I hate spiders. Especially big spiders. And this one is a really big spider. That's right, boys. It's time to take on Spindle. And I'm not going to lie to you, Spindle was and is a bigger challenge than I had imagined at first. Out of the 3 lower leveled wilderness bosses, she was definitely the hardest, at least in my opinion. The one thing that I found most surprising about it, as a giant spider, I really expected her to have some sort of poison or venom ability, so that was kind of surprising. But enough talk. Let me show you how it went. That's right, boys. We did it. We finally killed all of the lower variants of the wild bosses. And after this long, grueling fight with Spindle, I learned something very valuable. That if I was going to try and take on any of the high-level bosses in this game, I was going to have to do some serious training. I know I started out all cocky and I thought I was prepared enough to take them down, but unfortunately, that was not the case. Because if Spindle was providing me this much of a challenge, the other bosses were simply just going to annihilate me. And after drying up my tears and coming to accept the truth, I had no other choice but to start training. So I figured, what better way to start training than Slayer? I could take out 2 birds with 1 stone, get some higher Slayer levels, and hopefully make a bit of coin along the way. And this time we're going to do a little twist on Slayer. I was going to attempt to take on Slayer tasks inside of the wilderness. I can't seem to want to leave the wild. It's, strangely enough, my happy place. But, of course, knowing my luck, I'd start off my wilderness slaying journey with a giant, huge task of over 120 black demons. Boys, I'm sure you could imagine my surprise when I found out that slaying monsters in the Wilderness Slayer dungeon, or just wilderness tasks in general, can be extremely profitable. Making tasks that are really just money sinks into actual fun, enjoyable, profitable tasks. So much so that over the course of this Black Demon task, I actually made money even while using a cannon. I was absolutely blown away by how fast and easy this task was compared to when I did it all the way back in the Taverley dungeon when I was preparing for Jad. Not only was everything multi-combat, making using the cannon so much nicer, but they were also clustered so nicely that I was able to attack 3 demons at once. This meant such great range and Slayer experience. I killed over 120 of these bad boys, and what was probably a third of the time it would have taken me to kill them in Taverley. And right before I was about to finish up my final 10 black demons, the RNG gods blessed me with a pretty nice drop. A Trover parchment, boys. It was worth over $1 million. I honestly have no idea what it is, but hey, another mill is another mill. Now after dispatching of all those black demons and making the lands of RuneScape just that much safer, it's on to the next task. Now, after finishing off those black demons, the next task I was assigned was Hellhounds. Now, these puppies have a nice little bite, but thankfully I could just return right back to the Slayer caves and cannon them down very quickly. But unfortunately, unlike their other Slayer cave residents, They definitely did not refund me on the cost of cannonballs, that's for sure. But after a while, I eventually finished the task, and with it, a nice little bit of range experience and a Slayer level, so I really can't complain. So after finishing up my Hellhound task, I decided to kind of get all cocky, and I figured I could do my next wild task on my phone while it breaks at work. So I geared up, I grabbed my cannon, and over 1,000 cannonballs, and we headed off back to the Wilderness Slayer Cave to do the next task. Or so I thought. Because literally like 3 minutes in, while I'm just sitting there minding my own business, slaying some ice giants, having a good old time, out of nowhere, I see that dreaded purple orb come gliding right towards my face. And I knew immediately, my boys, this was not going to be good. I've done my fair share of content in the wild, and I know that if I get jumped on mobile, there's a 9 out of 10 chance I'm going to die. I pretty much just panic and start fat fingering all over the place, and I basically look like a bot whose script got broke. And I definitely did not survive this encounter either. So I had to say a teary-eyed goodbye to my cannonballs, and I decided to take a quick little hiatus from Slayer, maybe due to being a little salty. And it was right about this rage-filled point that I had gotten home, and I had noticed a couple of messages starting to pop off over in the Discord. And it seemed a couple of buddies wanted to do some bossing. So where else better to go do some bossing if you're still salty about getting PK'd? That's right, boys. We decided to go to Vedion, because nobody ever goes there to PK. And well, boys, it was quite the adventure, to say the least. And turns out, people absolutely do go to Vedion to PK. Also, I would just like to say, I know RuneScape is one of the best MMOs out there for the ability to play it like a single player game, but sometimes it's just so much more fun and enjoyable to play with others. So come drop by the Discord and hang out with all of us and come make some memories. I'll put the link in the description below. Here we go.
I'm not sure how like multi-combat loot works with this. Like, do we all get a drop? Or is like the highest damage dealer gets a drop?
I really don't. Normally with like most things, it's like, yeah, highest damage, and then we all just split it at the end, like once we sell everything. But I thought wild ones were different. I don't know if it's like we each gets, because I heard Iron Man can, oh god, is he gonna attack us?
I don't know. Let's peek. I can't peek yet. Fuck it.
Yo, I need 50k.
Okay. He got me on that one. That's all right. That's all right. We're just warming up. You can go from your bank. Yeah, on most things in this, it allows it to do that. All right, just keep moving. See those little blue orbs on the ground? Don't let them hit you. You got to stay like 2 spaces away, I think it is.
Yeah, because they'll hit one tile around it as well.
Oh.
That's it. Just keep moving.
Oh god.
You're moving and we're grooving. This is it. Just keep moving. So I like to like click attack and then move away and then attack and then like move away. Because I think he summons them like where you're next to. Look at this. We're just owning him. Oh god, run, boys.
Oh.
Run again, run again. Oh, you're dead.
Oh,
Oh, he got comboed. He got combo. We got a flanker. The shield bash is hard because like sometimes if he's in a corner or something, you can't really see it too well.
Yeah, it's fast too. Oh god. Oh yeah, here we go. This is great.
Don't do it.
Oh, god.
We're poor.
was it just north of here?
Yes.
No. Oh god, the combos. Oh god.
Well,
About to be poorer. You're horrible. I'll keep fighting, boys. Come on back. Ah! The worst thing is when you run out of run energy on this guy.
oh yeah.
I'm about to fucking run out of food. It didn't let me drop or pick up all my food fast enough.
Alright, oh, that's gonna hit me.
Oh,
Oh, he comboed him. He's down. Oh my god. I hope you're a carpenter because he just planked. Oh, he about got
God.
me.
God, I was out of food.
Boys, are we going to get a 1KC trip? Let's go. Let's go.
This is farming right here.
This is fucking maximum efficient. Oh, I'm eating that, aren't I? Okay, I
Yep.
disagree. I disagree with the outcome of that.
I want to be the only one here to pick up the loot. You can't die on me.
Yeah. All right, finish him off real quick. Oh, good hit.
Yeah.
He is down, boys. Wee! Did we all get? Okay, so it does.
I got bones.
You got 12K.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It does split it up. That's kind of cool. Oh, he's back already. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
no, he responds very fast actually. Dude.
Oh God, do we run? I have to run. I'm out of food. We can come back. We can come back. Oh
we're
God.
done.
Oh God.
I'm out of here, guys. I'm done. Gotta go.
Oh my God. Where do I go? Buttery roll,
center,
save me.
center.
I've just got comboed. I'm down.
That's what the anti-poison's for, but you got there's a rope in the center.
Oh no, my magic logs. Well, boys, we definitely got our butts handed to us while we did some Vedion. But it was a blast, and it was a ton of fun to be able to do some bossing, so I have no complaints. Especially when you consider every death was basically only a loss of 20k or so, and for the experience, it was well worth it. But after that, it was back to the grindstone to try and get my stats raised up to a much higher point so I could successfully defeat some of this game's more profitable and challenging content. And it was right about this point I realized something pretty important. So basically, with the increase in my time I've needed to delegate to my career life, my RuneScape time has been, well, substantially reduced to say the least. But I'm not going to let that get in the way of the grind. Oh, hell no. We're just going to have to switch things up a bit. So instead of doing primarily Slayer tasks out in the wilderness for my combat levels, I was going to have to resort to something that I haven't done in a very, very, very long time, boys. Something I thought I'd never have to do. And that was killing rock crabs. I said I wouldn't do it, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So from now on, I was logging in on any available time I had while at breaks at work or whatever to kill a few crustaceans for a while. Or mostly just let my character auto-retaliate until I got force logged out. Now, this was not the intended method, but by God was it getting some results, boys. And before not too long, after a few days of killing these crabs by the thousands, I had finally achieved 70 attack. And with it, the ability to equip one of the most iconic weapons in all of RuneScape from my childhood memories, the Abyssal Whip. It's been on my RuneScape dream list for basically since I started this account. And with the new addition of the whip to my collection, I figured it was now time to start the grind towards two other items that were really going to prove themselves priceless for me in the world of bossing. And one was the fighter torso, so that I'd finally be able to show off my hard-earned abdominal muscles, and maybe even be able to land me one of those fabled RuneScape girlfriends because of it. And two, the Dragon Defender, so that I can enjoy the life of having one of the highest stat melee offhands in the entire game. Plus, it just looks really cool. I wish you could just, like, poke people with it. But that's neither here nor there, boys. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this episode of Returning to RuneScape. I really hope you all enjoyed it. I also want to thank you guys for all the support and helpful tips and just encouraging comments and reaching out to me, whether it be in-game or in the comments below. It's crazy to think about all the stuff we've managed to accomplish along this journey so far. We're even starting to create a beautiful community over on Discord. And it's been a wonderful feeling seeing everyone working together, accomplishing goals, and just having genuine fun. So with all that being said, I love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode.